Windows Explorer's file attribute column values. Is there a good resource for all of the values and definition in Windows Explorer's file attribute column?
R equals read-only. Most software, when seeing a file marked read-only, will refuse to delete or modify it. This is pretty straightforward. For example, DOS will say access denied if you try to delete a read-only file. On the other hand, Windows Explorer will happily munch it. Some will choose the middle ground. They will let you modify or delete the file, but only after asking for confirmation. H equals hidden. This one is pretty self-explanatory as well. If the file is marked hidden, then under normal circumstances it is hidden from view. DOS will not display the file when you type dir unless a special flag is used, as shown in the earlier example. S equals system. This flag is used to tag important files that are used by the system and should not be altered or removed from the disk. In essence, this is like a more serious read-only flag and is for the most part treated in this manner. It is also a super hidden attribute. Even if you enable show hidden files, system files will not be displayed. You can display them by disabling hide protected operating system files. D equals directory. This is the bit that differentiates between entries that describe files and those that describe subdirectories within the current directory. In theory, you can convert a file to a directory by changing this bit. Of course, in practice, trying to do this would result in a mess. The entry for a directory has to be in a specific format. A equals archive. This is a special bit that is used as a communications link between software applications that modify files, and those that are used for backup. Most backup software allows the user to do an incremental backup, which only selects for backup any files that have changed since the last backup. This bit is used for this purpose. When the backup software backs up, archives the file, it clears the archive bit, makes it 0. Any software that modifies the file subsequently is supposed to set the archive bit. Then, the next time that the backup software is run, it knows by looking at the archive bits which files have been modified, and therefore which need to be backed up. Again, this use of the bit is voluntary. The backup software relies on other software to use the archive bit properly. Some programs could modify the file without setting the archive attribute, but fortunately most software is well behaved and uses the bit properly. Still, you should not rely on this mechanism absolutely to ensure that your critical files are backed up. Source. Missing from the above list. C equals compressed. Compressed files / folder cannot be encrypted. E equals encrypted. Encrypted files / folders cannot be compressed. N equals not indexed. L equals reparse points. O equals offline. P equals sparse file. I equals not content indexed. T equals temporary. Combinations are possible. For example, Z equals hidden, system, archive.
Attributes shown in Windows Explorer, Windows 7 and later, Vax and Pokoi, X' equals device, P' equals sparse. X attribute in Windows Explorer. Normally you shouldn't see this attribute shown in Windows Explorer, but Panda USB vaccine is known to exploit this attribute for vaccinating in FAT32 volume, effectively making the volume slightly corrupt. Explorer in Windows Vista shows not content indexed attribute as N. I personally consider this a bug. Attributes shown in attrib command output, as of Windows 10, version 1703. V apostrophe equals integrity, X apostrophe equals no scrub, P apostrophe equals pinned. Attributes shown in %tilde(a1), for %i in, files, dueco.%tilde(i), output, as of Windows 10, version 1703. Draskoffel X apostrophe equals no scrub. The authoritative reference of NTFS file attributes, this URL v equals versus.85. ASP. The pinned and unpinned attributes are currently undocumented in the above reference, but their use in OneDrive as always available file and online-only file is noted in this German article. The two attributes can be modified in attrib since Windows 10, version 1703. The attributes are not indicated in Attributes column in Windows Explorer, but in OneDrive status icons in Status column.
I haven't found this on the internet yet, but there is also a P attribute, corresponding to a sparse file. This flag is listed in Windows 7, but not in Windows XP. Not sure about this though. You can turn a file sparse with the su-sparse set flag file name command, and see the flag appear in Explorer. Note that there is no way to turn off the flag, though. Sparse files are similar to compressed files, but a bit more specific. With sparse files, long ranges of null, value 0, bytes are simply not stored on disk. When a program tries to access that part of the file system will see that it is not on the disk and return a range of null bytes instead. See this MSDN page for more info on sparse files.
The I flag stands for indexed. Indexing service or Windows search won't include those files in their indexing operation when set. Source.
If you want to support our channel,